Hey, good afternoon. It is April 28th, 2022. We're going to be taking out this 1980 Mercedes-Benz 300 SD. Let the glow plug warm up, fire her up, close this sunroof. This is a one-owner car from new. It has 10,396 miles.
Original.
All original car. I'm joined here with my friend Chris DiCostanzo. He owns Euro Car Connection in New York. The two of us purchased this car out of New York from the original owner, and we spent a little bit of time getting this car prepped. More than a little bit of time. This car is a 100% all original car, all original paint, all original brightwork, glass, interior. The car is all original, but like any low mileage car, it had some needs, and everything that we felt that needed to be addressed has been addressed. The car is 100% turnkey. We wanted to make this car as close to showroom new as possible, and I think when you see the car from a cosmetic standpoint, you're not going to find another 116 like this. It's highly detailed, all original, extremely clean, corrosion free, and you'll see now how it drives. The car is absolutely a phenomenal driving car. All the power options function as intended. The AC system is all brand new, including the compressor, receiver dryer. And what's that part we put in that he painted? The AC in this car.
Valve.
The expansion valve. We put in a new expansion valve. This AC system, it's like a meat locker in here. It's ice cold. But we should talk about mechanically, what did we do to the car? Chris could take over from here because I'll add in as he goes along. But we started with the tank, right?
Absolutely. Cleaned the full tank out, new strainer, blew out all the lines from front to back. Then went as far as changing the glow plugs, valve cover gasket. Every filter and fluid in this car has been changed and flushed. Power steering drained from the gearbox itself. Let's see, all new belts. Transmission service. The rear end, I actually changed the input shaft seal along with resealing the complete rear differential with the correct anaerobic sealant. Let's see, the output shaft on the transmission had slight little sweat to it, and I went as far as removing the drive shaft, exhaust, and replacing that seal as well. Let's see, what else can we add?
Did a valve adjustment, diesel purge.
Well, the diesel purge, but the valves actually, we were checked. They actually didn't need to be adjusted. They were absolutely perfect in this car. And
obviously the usual motor mounts, transmission mount,
correct.
I mean the
car, actual mounts were
you
really
can see
great as well.
Suspension on this car is tight. I mean it drives absolutely beautifully. Chris just took this car for a 100-mile drive yesterday.
All the way from Long Island.
Sat in traffic the whole way. I could tell he had the radio going. I could see him bobbing his head. I followed him the whole way back. I'll show you how the car accelerates. You can see the transmission shifts really smooth. Great acceleration. I did a cold start video before. There's no smoke at startup. Essentially, this car is a 1980 300 SD, as close as new as you can get it in 2022.
And in your words, NOS, new old stock.
It's new old stock. There's so many parts on this car that are so pristine. I mean, the headlamps on the car are pristine. We should also mention, this car came to us with the original wheels and tires, which were still in perfect condition, but they were square. So this car is currently wearing another set of OEM refinished bunt wheels with a set of Kumho tires. They were the best tires we can get in this weird size. So you have two sets of wheels and tires with this car. You have the new, and we also purchased all brand new lugs. You get the original wheels and tires if you wanted to take this to a concourse event, which I highly recommend you do. Or you have your driver set, which is what we have on the car right now, because we didn't want to have a blowout and wind up in this, smashed into a tree or something worse. So I mean, this car is turnkey ready to be driven and enjoyed. Cosmetically, you will not find a nicer car. If there is one, my name is Dean Lumbach. I want to buy it from you. But this is the best 116 that I've ever seen in my life.
Same.
And I've known Chris going on 20 years. We're car nuts. We've both got yelled at by our wives for talking till 1 in the morning about different cars and things like that. We both love the 116. We both agree that it is the most solid, the most bankfold built Mercedes-Benz car ever.
Absolutely.
There is nothing like a 116 as far as the build quality. When you close a door on a 116, you literally feel like you're closing the door on a bank vault, and you feel like you're driving it. I mean, this thing's a tank. It's such a heavy, solid car, and the drive quality is surprisingly spectacular for such a big, heavy car. And he's got the AC going right now, and it's on low, and I'm freezing my ass off already. I mean, it's cold. It's cold.
I told you.
Yeah. But you can see how the car tracks beautifully down the road. I'll get on the brakes pretty hard here. Should I slow down yet? You can see how the car stops beautifully. Tracks really straight, no pulsation to either side. Stereo's good. That's the original Becker Mexico radio. Power antenna works perfectly. Turn this AC off, I'm freezing. And here we are, we're at 55 miles an hour.
Car goes on boost immediately.
Yeah, you can feel that turbo. I mean, it's beautiful, beautiful car. This car is an absolute winner. Tracks beautifully. Great on the highway, great around town. Comfortable. The seats are in, the leather is beautiful. It's a vibrant bamboo leather interior. No UV damage whatsoever. Perfect dash. The wood is high gloss mirror finish. There's two very, very minor cracks at the bottom of the climate controlled wood veneers or in the clear. We opted to keep it that way. We wanted to keep the car originally as original as possible as we found it, while doing a very, very high level detailing. Just some slow driving here. We just wanted to take a peek at something. And you can see, I mean, steering is fantastic. And as far as like mechanical, I can't think of anything else that we did.
Actually, there was I replaced the thermostat.
Oh, the thermostat, yep.
Not for a need, you know, just as a maintenance standpoint. You know, flush the coolant, put the correct OEM type fluid in there, and that's pretty much it. All new drive belts. I don't know if you mentioned that already.
Yep, new drive. This is a one-owner car. I mean, one owner its entire life.
Always garage.
Always garage.
Never spent any days outside. The color, the needles. I mean,
yeah,
look at the gauges.
Bright orange.
It is absolutely incredible. And Dean and I both agree that
it's as good as it gets. good
probably one of the best ones in the world. I would go as far as that. How about you?
I would say the best one. I mean, this is the best example I've ever seen. And I've had a lot of 116s. You've had a lot of 116s over the years.
Yes.
I think of that blue one that we had a few years ago. That was a really nice car.
Yes, it was. This there's not even a comparison. There's not even
this one is
straight
just
comparison.
This one, when it comes to cars that I remember like that. I had that 280 SE, the 4.5. You got your BMW 3-speed 33. Your cars. How many miles does that have?
1,500. Yeah. But I'll tell you, this car is right on par with it. I mean, it's absolutely incredible.
You got a few cars, don't you? Chris has got a few cars. Is this something that if
well, we already know my obsession with cars. I
this
mean,
one you thought about not calling me, didn't you?
Yeah, I did.
This was going to go into the collection.
I would happily keep this car.
Yeah, this is a car I'd like to own myself.
Wouldn't be a smart financial move.
Show you the acceleration on this diesel right now. Hopefully this truck doesn't decide that.
Yeah, take it easy. Kick down.
Beautiful.
Just
absolutely beautiful. What's that passed us?
This is
it's as good as it gets.
Absolutely.
So we're gonna list this car on Bring a Trailer, and may sound crazy, but we're gonna do no reserve. We're gonna let this car go to the highest bidder. Someone's gonna be very fortunate. They're gonna be getting a very, very, very nice car, collector quality, museum piece. This is a museum piece. I mean. If the boys in Stuttgart want to jump in on the bidding, they're more than welcome to. They're not going to be disappointed. They can send an inspector out to check the car over. I guarantee you it's everything we describe it to be. It's a museum car, just like you said. And in the next video, we're going to go over the cosmetics, and we'll wait till you see the detailing work that went into this car. 100% all original paint. There's no paint work on this car.
From the headliner down to the carpets. I mean, even underneath the carpets, the floorboards itself are just impeccable.
Impeccably clean. Notice no vibration in the cabin whatsoever.
Non-smoker's car, obviously.
Yeah. Yeah. The paint on this car is literally. I mean, I would say it's as high a level of detailing. It had a 3-step paint correction with a ceramic clear coat. I had a friend of mine see the car yesterday who happens to work at a very high-end paint shop in our area, Lee's Garage. And this is a guy who paints cars for a living, and I told him to look at the car. And I told him, I said, yeah, that's all original paint. He couldn't believe it. He said, "There's no way that's a high-level repaint. I said, no, that's original. That's how well it's been preserved and detailed. It's the car looks like it was just painted yesterday. I mean, it's amazing how deep the gloss is.
Probably spent about 30 hours.
30 hours. 30 hours of paint correction. That's all Chris, and he loves it. I'm too old for that. You're still young enough to do it. I can't do it. I mean, the car is amazing. Like I said, we're going to put it on Bring a Trailer, no reserve. And we'll be biting our nails on that 7th day.
Absolutely.
Saying,
it's all Dean's fault for that.
We got to do it. We got to do the no reserve. But it'll be fun. It'll be a fun week. Like with all of my auctions, anyone who wants to see this car will be welcome to. You can send a third party out to inspect it. We can put the car up on the lift for them. If they want to bring their own paint meter and paint meter it, that's fine. It's everything we describe it to be. It's a magnificent museum quality example of a 2016. I mean, Chris and I are always searching for cars, and the cameraman back there was always searching for cars. And cars like these only come around.
This is a once-in-a-lifetime type of car, though, honestly. I mean,
You look back and you think the cars that you found that you're like, holy cow, I got lucky. Man, I can't believe it. Or the ones that you said, holy cow, I missed out on. Or the ones I said, God damn, Chris got to it before me. That's our video. It's going to be a no reserve auction. Someone's going to be very, very pleased with their purchase, and like I said, inspections are welcome.
I mean, you buy this car and you could drive it right to Pebble Beach.
Yes. Yeah.
Right?
Absolutely.
I mean,
and I would say that this is detailed to a Pebble Beach level standard. It's highly, highly detailed. It's ready for show. Buy this car and get yourself a trophy rack for the trophies you're going to get.
Get your lawn chair ready.
Yeah. I was going to come back out here last night and sit here and just stare at the car. So that's our video, and wish everyone the best of luck.